Hello, my name is Ian Aragon. I'm going to show you how to do a four-way hip. It involves your hip muscles doing hip abduction, adduction, flexion, and hip extension. We'll start off with hip abduction. So if you need that support, you can use a chair or a wall for support. So what you're going to do is balance on one leg. You want to keep your hips and knees slightly bent so that way you have your support and stability. And what you're going to do is hip abduct that other leg. So nice slow motion. You want to keep your upper body nice and straight. You're not tilting, keeping that pelvic area nice and parallel to the ground as well. Just kicking to the side, feeling your hip abductors work. Try to keep your feet straight as well. And if you really want to focus on your gluteus medius, you can point your toe inward. If you want to increase the intensity even more, pause at the end of range of motion, slowly go back to neutral. So that's hip abduction. Now we're going to do hip adduction. It's going to use your inner thigh muscles. So what you're going to do is you're going to balance on one leg, hips, knees slightly bent, and then you're going to hip adduct on the other leg. Feeling your inner thighs. Nice and controlled. Pause at the end of range of motion, get that full contraction. So that's hip adduction. Now we're going to do hip flexion. So you're just kicking out using your quadricep muscles. Getting that full range of motion, getting that good contraction. Pause, slowly get back to neutral. And lastly, hip extension using your hamstrings and glutes. Try to keep your upper body nice and straight as well. Some people tend to lean forward. But normally you want to just keep your upper body nice and straight so that way you get a full contraction of your hamstrings and glutes. Another thing to note is keeping that toe straight as well. And if you want to increase the intensity of these exercises for hip extension, abduction, adduction, and flexion, you can use a resistance band or a cable machine to increase that intensity. And that is four-way hip.